people ask that question, and I personally thought that it was true too, but there's been some studies recently that show that pine needles actually are neutral. They don't really acidify the soil. I had lived in Arizona in the drylands for many years, and I had gone to the mountains and gotten pine needles to try to buffer the alkaline soil, but it apparently doesn't make a difference. So you don't really need to worry about it. As you know, a ponderosa or any pine tree loses about 10% of its needles a year, so you will get mulch. And remember that you want to leave a lot of that mulch for the tree, so it's getting its needs taken care of. But when you look at a forest, who goes out there and gardens the forest? It takes care of itself, and that's our goal. So what do you think of this? Do you like it?
Yeah.
The idea of it? Yeah, it's wonderful.
So what are your thoughts on implementing gray water systems into your sustainable garden?
So I wasn't going to go into detail on gray water, but since you asked me, because that wasn't what they asked me to talk about tonight, but gray water is fabulous for mulch pits, for trees and shrubs. So you're, typically when you think about your house, remember we were talking about the zones? Typically the zone closest to your house has the most water. It's like your oasis. And as you move further away from your house, you zone it for less and less water. Typically close to your house, you make sure there's no weeds. Where if you go out in your last zone, you know, that's nature, and you don't even call it a weed. It's just what grows there, right? So yes, gray water has its place. Typically gray water does not sit on the surface. It leaves your washing machine. I don't. Does anybody want to know the rules here in California?
Yeah.
Right now?
Well, just say this county.
You get.
Well, yeah, because you go to the county and they don't know. They'll tell you they're illegal. We had to prove to them you could have a gray water system in the county.
In the state of California,
Yeah.
but our county thinks you can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
we have to go to the
Okay, so you can have two
Yes, we can.
sources of gray water. No black water, just gray water. So poop water is black water.
Right.
So typically what you take is your shower, and it's easier to do it if you're up high. Like, I don't know, Michelle, if you guys can get under your house, but if you can take water from your shower, you can take water from your washing machine. You usually leave your sink or whatever you use for paint. You don't touch those. Typically people leave their sinks for chemicals. If you dye your hair, you do it there. You don't do it in your shower, so you use your shower in your laundry. You have to be careful what soap you use. And then you take it outside your house. You don't store it. You send it out to a pit that has mulch on it, and then you dig a little drainage down to your trees.